If I play this note E over a low E, it has a certain sound, but if I play a different note, such as this A here, over the E, it of course sounds different, and this D will sound very different too. Now, this is completely obvious, but don't worry, the video doesn't stop here. But even so, even with something as simple as this, we discover how each of these notes might suggest a different resolution, a different phrase, a different musical inspiration. So maybe this A, I feel compelled to go like something like that, whereas if I play the D, maybe I will go to something like that. Of course, we can all do whatever we want, but certainly each of these notes, when pitted against the low E, gave us a different inspiration. Now again, this is of course very obvious, but if we turn it around, we turn it on its head, we get into some very, very interesting ideas. To demonstrate, let's keep the same note, so let's stick with this A here, and let's hear it against, again, an A. Sounds very quiet and peaceful, there's no tension at all, of course. But if I play it, for example, against an E, it will sound different. And if I play it over an F, it will sound very different. You might feel it lift up. If I go up one more with the bass to F sharp, you'll see it changing drastically. You feel how sad it gets now, and I leave it up to you to come up with different variations, but it happens all the time. And that opens our eyes and ears to something that is very important. It's not really the note that we play. It's not really that we're playing an A or a G or an F. It's what that A means against another note or a harmony. This note only gets a meaning when it's compared to the notes before it and after it, or below it, or above it. And the importance of the relationship between any note and what's around it gives us a chance to, as we often do in the channel, go deeper in our understanding of the guitar. Lately I've told you how important it is and taught you how to memorize every note on every string, on every fret. And that's no mean feat. If you've achieved that, congratulations. But as always, let's take it further. If a given note, such as this A from before, can sound completely different depending on what's around it or what's below it or what the tonic is that relates to it, then it will make sense for us to stop thinking in terms of just an A, but start thinking of this note in terms of the relationship to every other note on the fretboard, or better said, to a tonic that is serving as a comparison, so to speak, or a context. For example, let's say I'm in E, and I want to get some kind of an exotic sound. Because I studied a bit of theory, I might know that a flat 2 and a major third might give us that sound. Now, I don't want to necessarily think that in E, the notes that I need are F and G sharp, although I should know it. I'm much more interested in what relationship would always give me that exotic sound, because in E, F and G sharp will give me that exotic sound, but F and G sharp in another key will give me a totally different sound, in this case one that I don't particularly enjoy. If I were in A and I wanted to keep that exotic sound, I would have to know what a flat 2 and a major third are in the key of A. So as long as I know that B flat and then C sharp work against the A in the same fashion as F and G sharp did in E, I'm golden. So not only do I need to see and know where the notes are, but also what they mean in relationship and in contrast to whatever key or tonic or root I'm in. This of course applies to everything: chords, scales, melodies, harmonies. Everything you're working on musically always goes back to the relationship and the distance between notes. For example, if I have a very simple chord such as F minor, let's say, this is a very basic F minor chord, and in my ear I want to pursue a sound that it's basically a flat 6, right? I might have learned this somewhere, I might have read about it, doesn't really matter. What I need to know is that not only the flat 6 of F is D flat, but also of course where it is on the fretboard. I might see this fret here as a D flat, but I also want to try and slowly realize that this shape here, or this distance, is the sound of a flat 6, which is a beautiful sound. Right? Once I understand that, I might get into, in the deep end of it and go like, well, now I'm going to find all the flat 6s everywhere on the fretboard, and that's maybe for another time. Also, for example, with scales, I'm playing something in E, and in my head I hear kind of a spacer kind of thing, and I go, oh, that's Lydian. So I want to know where my sharp 4s are. Okay, and I need to know both things. I need to know that I'm looking for a certain note, A sharp, but I also want to see it on the fretboard at a glance. I want to see the relationship between all these notes. I want to go maybe a little more exotic. Let's do Lydian dominant, so I also need a flat 7. Where are the flat 7s? There's one here. Right? There's one below it. Like that. It's endless, but it's also easier than you might think. So here's a little exercise for you to work on. Pick a note, any note, let's say G. You can use a drone, and by the way, if you're on my Patreon, you'll be able to download 12 chromatic drones that are really nice sounding from the Moog One behind me, so they sound really beautiful and lush, but you certainly don't need that. You can make your own drones, or even just play the bass yourself if you are technically inclined to do so. So anyway, we're in G, and just call out intervals. Let's say major third. So at a glance, either find the major third, and you'll get better with this in time, or if you need to, just count it. Okay, go major third of G is B. I learned my fretboard, so I know I got a B here. And listen to that sound quality, the sound of a beautiful, bright, happy major third. If you want to explore different registers, feel free if you can stretch a little bit. Go higher, right? Maybe explore how they sound really close to each other. And you'll start working your way around and feeling your way around the fretboard. Then maybe go, now I want to hear a major 7th. What's a major 7th? Oh, it's F sharp. Follow your ear if you want to. Right? Play a little melody. If it pops into your head, just follow your ear. And then as soon as you're done with that, go back to starting again. So you go, now I want to hear a major 6th of G. So that's an E. Play in different octaves, even the same sound in different places, and just keep doing it long enough, and no stress. It's not work, it's a wonderful discovery of sound. After a few minutes you can move on from G, maybe go up to A and do the same thing. Maybe go for intervals you haven't played, so maybe a major second. Now this B we played before over G, and it sounded completely different to you, and that's the whole point, right? You keep running into the same notes, but they will have nothing to do sound-wise with each other, simply because the context has changed. There's of course a lot more we can do with this, but this will do for now. Make sure you like and subscribe, and most importantly to me, say hi in the comments below. I do love to hear from you. Thanks for watching as always, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.